Welcome to Bloodshed Breakdown, where slasher films meet chilling conspiracy theories.
Ooh.
We dive deep into the gore, the mystery and the sinister truths behind the stories you love.
Right.
Grab your popcorn and prepare for the fright of your life.
Yeah.
You wanted to explore the dark side of holiday films.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, we found a doozy for you.
Okay.
Get ready to face the mean one.
Okay.
A film that turns everything you thought you knew about the Grinch upside down.
Interesting.
So, I mean, I guess we should start by saying that The Mean One is a horror comedy retelling of the Grinch story.
Yes.
But in this version, the Grinch is not just a grumpy guy who steals presents.
Right.
He's like a full-on slasher villain.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a slasher.
So what did you think about how they took this iconic Christmas figure
Yeah.
and transformed him into something so sinister?
You know, I thought it was a really clever way to sort of subvert expectations.
Yeah.
You know, you think you're going into a kind of a fun, holiday movie, and then all of a sudden you've got like, axes and blood and guts.
Yeah, it's definitely not your grandma's Grinch.
Yeah. No.
So the movie centers around Cindy You-Know-Who.
Yes.
And 20 years before the events of the film, she actually witnesses the mean one murdering her parents on Christmas Eve.
Well, pretty rough.
Yeah. Talk about a traumatic childhood experience.
Right.
So now she's back in town and she's on a mission of revenge.
Yeah, she is.
What did you think about this kind of classic revenge setup that they used to fuel the slasher element of the film?
I think it works really well.
Yeah.
You have that classic final girl trope, and then you've got this like unstalkable masked killer.
Yeah, it's a big classic horror movie formula.
But I think what sets this film apart is the way it blends the slasher horror with this satirical humor.
Right.
It's very self-aware,
Yeah.
and it embraces the over-the-top nature of the genre.
Yeah, it doesn't take itself too seriously.
No.
The gore is like deliberately exaggerated.
Yes.
It's almost cartoonish at times.
Yeah.
And the performances are definitely heightened.
Yes.
It's like they said, let's take this absurd concept and crank it up to 11.
That's right.
Did this kind of over-the-top style remind you of any other holiday horror films?
Yeah. I mean, it definitely reminded me of Krampus a little bit.
Right. Where it's like scary, but also funny.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like the mean one takes it to a whole other level of craziness.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Speaking of craziness, we have to talk about the actor who plays the mean one.
Yeah.
David Howard Thornton.
Oh, he's great.
He's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's known for playing another iconic horror character,
Yeah.
Art the Clown from Terrifier.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about his performance as the mean one?
I mean, perfect casting, right?
Yeah.
You see him in that costume, and you just know things are about to get wild.
Yeah, it's like instantly unsettling.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not just the costume. It's his physicality,
Mm-hmm.
the way he moved,
Yeah.
his expressions.
Yeah.
It's all so menacing
Yes.
and unsettling,
Yeah.
but also strangely captivating.
Right, and he doesn't even speak.
Yeah.
The mean one never utters a word.
Which I think makes it even more terrifying.
Yeah.
But he still manages to convey so much through his performance.
Right, it's all physical.
Yeah.
He's really good at it.
So we've talked about the slasher elements
Yeah.
and the dark humor,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there's also some surprising depth to this film.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Cindy's story is really about overcoming trauma
Yes.
and finding her own strength in the face of tragedy.
Absolutely.
What did you think about her character arc?
I thought it was really compelling.
Yeah.
She starts out as this victim, and then she really transforms into this empowered heroine
Right.
who's determined to fight back against evil.
And that's not your typical Christmas movie message.
No, not at all.
But I think it's a really powerful message.
Yeah, I think so, too.
So the movie also touches on this issue of holiday commercialization.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because it's almost like a twisted echo of the original Grinch story.
Right.
What did you think about how they incorporated that theme into the film?
I think it's a really clever way to kind of critique that obsessive consumerism
Yeah.
that often overshadows the holidays.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, look how far we've strayed from the simple joys of the season.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're doing it in this very over-the-top slasher context.
Right.
Which I think makes it even more effective.
I agree.
So, overall, The Mean One is a really thought-provoking film.
Yes, it is.
But it's also a very divisive film.
It is.
Some people love it.
Yeah.
Some people hate it.
Yeah, I think that's part of what makes it so interesting.
Yeah.
It's not a film that's trying to please everyone.
Right.
It's very much its own thing.
It's definitely unique.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's developed such a strong cult following.
Right.
It appeals to people who are looking for something different.
Yeah, something unconventional. And I think it's a film that stays with you long after the credits roll.
It does.
It makes you think.
Yeah.
And it makes you question everything you thought you knew about holiday classics.
It really does.
So thanks for tuning in to our deep dive on The Mean One.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and check out our merch store at bloodshedbreakdown-merch.printify.me.
Definitely.
Stay curious and stay cautious.
Always.